You had your list, now it's time for mine. These are the 10 videos I'm most proud of over the 5 years I've been on YouTube. I really don't think a description is needed, but the main factor here is based on how much effort I put into the video and how much I enjoyed making them. I only have 2 restrictions on this. No collabs so I don't hurt anybody's feelings, and I'm not going to count any videos that were uploaded after January 2013, though these 4 would take high honors. And with that, let the trip down memory lane begin!
10th place.
I've often said I'm very proud of this video, and I still stand by it. The redo for Banjo-Kazooie is one of my only few reviews to stand the test of time, regardless of the pauses we all complained about before. I decided to redo the review for this game as I did not want the Banjo-Tooie review to look far better than the original Banjo-Kazooie review, and wanted to keep them on equal grounds of quality. This redo review is basically a love letter to the developers and fans alike, covering nearly every aspect of the game. If you enjoyed playing Banjo-Kazooie, I guarantee you will love this review. Heck, you guys voted for it as your 5th favorite review, so there you go.
9th place.
You know, nearly every review got at least 1 vote. Yeah, about 90 games reviewed, and nearly all of them got at least 1 vote. Except for this one. I often considered this one as one of my underappreciated reviews, and when I really tried my best to be comical, going all nostalgic over the cartoon and toys I used to have. Good times. I'm glad Threadnought wanted his birthday video to be delayed so I wouldn't have to rush it out the door. It would never have been this good. The game was kind of low on content, which made it easier to go over the moves, specials, and level designs in the game in great detail. The 2 parts that I think stick out the most have to be the My Toe segment and the DDR music part. That part took up all the tracks in my editing software to use, but I loved how it turned out.
8th place.
These are probably the only videos back then that I can look back on and say, I can't believe I pulled this off! If you don't remember, I used to do videos called music walkthroughs, where I would play part of a game, but the only audio you could hear was the music. Well, at least I was trying something different, but what I'm actually proud of are the ones that had 3 screens at once. Yeah, it's a multiple entry, but I can't choose one over the other in this case, and it's easier just to bundle them up and save slots for the other entries. Instead of doing a level 1 after the other like the Purple Coin Challenge video, I did 3 screens with different parts of the game and sped up some parts so the endings can match. Why am I proud of these? Well, you see, I had to teach myself everything I know about editing videos from just playing around with the software. I was an amateur, and in some small ways, I still am. But to be able to pull this off at a very early start still impresses me to this day. I also found this impressive for the Ocarina co-review, but sadly the whole product didn't turn out like that.
7th place.
Remember when I used to make those Brawl Machinimas? Yeah, it was a long time ago, but arguably my best one has to be the random Brawl skits. A bunch of random skits put together for a good laugh. Of course, the most well-liked skit of all is the Sonic Says part, where Sonic became the victim of his own advice. I got comments asking me to do more, even if it's just for the Sonic Says part, but sadly, the ideas just aren't flowing anymore, and while there was a sequel planned, it had to be dropped for numerous reasons, as explained in the cancelled project video. Still, I can't believe how much work I put into this. The footage, the music, even the voices and sound effects had to be put in the right spot, but I couldn't wait to see how it turned out. If only the idea river would start flowing again. Stupid mental dam.
6th place.
I choose you, Pokemon Coliseum review! So much detail, so many jokes and remarks that perfectly fit into place. I put a lot of great care into this review, and it paid off as even you guys found it as one of my best. The review went over the story mode, the Coliseum, the bonus disc, the chart used for ridding the Pokemon of their shadows, and just about everything you wanted to hear someone talk about in the game. It took longer than I expected to get done. Teaching in South Korea was more draining than I thought it would be, but every chance I got, I would continue to work on it. Here I thought the review would be quick and easy to do. Oh man, was I wrong! I should have known better since the game can take over 40 hours to beat. I can only imagine how long it'll take to make the Xenoblade Chronicles review.
5th place.
You guys have no idea how much fun I had making this one. And of course, a little shout out goes to Animal Guy for making me want to do this list. My 10 personal favorite Nintendo franchises. You loved it, I loved it, and even the people who only asked where Kirby and Metroid are liked it. My enthusiasm and excitement was in top form for this one, and why wouldn't it be? How else could I talk about how much those franchises mean to me without sounding super hyper? Some viewers thought it was annoying, and others loved it because of the sheer excitement they got from it. All in all, I thought I did justice to the franchises I put on there, talking about what made them so wonderful and why I love playing them. If you ever wanted to hear someone talk about how fantastic Pikmin, Sin and Punishment, and Star Fox are, then hopefully you've already checked out this video.
I'm on my way.
And let's see how many quotes from the video show up in the comments.
4th place.
To those who remember, the very first list I ever did was my 5 favorite boss fight songs. And right from the get-go you could tell it sucked because it was only footage and music. That's it. No narration, no explanation as to why I liked them, no effort whatsoever. So naturally it had to be the first list I would redo, and I take great pleasure of how I redid it. When I did my 10 favorite boss fight songs redone, I had one very important challenge. Don't use the words awesome or epic to describe them. Trying to explain why these tracks pump me up for the fight is no easy task, but at the end of the day, I don't think I could have done a better job. Except for one I used beautifully twice, but other than that, I'm proud of this remake. This list relied on colorful explanations and letting the music explain itself. My personal favorite parts of doing this was matching up the scenes with the music, and how some people didn't know the music track you're listening to right now was from a Mario game.
3rd place.
I don't even feel like I need to talk about this one, but I will confess this. I tried not to do a list that everyone does. I always want to make them at least a little original, you know? But the temptation was too great thanks to We Dude 83 Rebirth's list, and I folded. And wow, did I have a great time making this one! The enthusiasm remained in top form again, because if there's anything more exciting to me than my favorite franchises, it's talking about who I want to play as in Smash Brothers. If even 3 of the guys on my list make it in the next one, it'll be a celebration to me. I can't even pick out a favorite part I did for this, because every entry on this list was done without second-guessing myself. Not a single thing was missing from this list, making it one of the most complete lists I've ever done. This video had the second most amount of video responses for a list I've ever done as well. You know it has to be a good list when you've inspired others to get in on the action. Take pride in that, wee dude.
2nd place.
Oh yeah, you know it! God, I loved working on this review, if for nothing else than how happy this game made me. There was a lot to remember from this review, whether it was for some of the memorable quotes, effects, or even the use of the DKC cartoon clips. Nearly every inch of this game was covered, as well as how much it captured the essence of the Super Nintendo classics. I had to take such great care when doing this review, but it almost felt like the script was writing itself, which is when you know for a fact you're having a great time making a video. However, there is only one other video I've done that I feel can actually top this one, which should have been obvious since this is only 2nd place. Care to take a guess at which one I'm most proud of?
Alright, 1st place.
Yep, right off the bat you knew this one was going to be different than any other review I had done before, and different in a good way. The redo review for Star Fox 64 was unlike any other review I had ever worked on. Sure, I went over the history of the game, my history with the game, and the gameplay itself, but it's the little things like the jokes, presentation, and the insane amount of detail that make this the video I'm most proud of. Oh, and there were the barrel roll jokes. That's an avion roll, it's called Who Cares? I have never gone so far into the detail of a game to talk about things like hidden enemies, secret points, the indirect charge shots, the update from the Virtual Console that actually slowed down the game's frame rate, and how I used the frame rate drop in the original N64 game to my advantage. Just about every little tiny detail you wanted to know about this game was in this review, and why I'm very proud of it. I can't believe I've gotten this far on YouTube. You guys have made this whole experience enjoyable to me, and without your guys' support, I wouldn't try to improve myself on these videos, let alone make them. But it's worth it to those who have supported me this whole time. With that said, here's a special thanks to everyone who voted in the 5-year list while I answer some common questions I get asked. Question number 1. What software do I use? For high-definition games, I use the HD HotPod PVR recorder. For games that don't have an HD cable, I use my DVD recorder. I don't know why my HD recorder won't record systems like the N64 since it has a slot for them, but I just use the DVD recorder, then I play the DVD on the PS3 and record the footage again so I can get it in high definition. Question number 2. What editing program do I use? I use Magic's Movie Edit Pro 2013 Plus. Without this program, I can't upload videos in HD. While the frame rate takes a dive when editing, it is a program that I can say anyone can use. Oh, and it does tend to crash from time to time, but it warns you when it's about to crash, and can save a backup of the video you're editing. Question number 3. Why isn't my name in the thank yous? Well, you either didn't vote, YouTube removed your comment for some reason, or you voted for a category like the mistakes, a category that was going to be done anyway, so you basically threw your vote away, which is the same as not voting. Question number 4. When are you going to have that review or 10 list finished? Whenever it's ready, folks. Whenever it's ready. However, I did bring up in the Time to Play Mega Man X videos that reviews and lists will be uploaded on Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays, assuming they're ready. Yeah, since YouTube doesn't always alert you guys to when my videos are uploaded, I'm going to start doing this at the end of my reviews, lists, and any other special projects I make. Except for the Johto list, since I can't put it in there, it's already finished. But occasionally, I'm also going to plug other user videos I enjoy but don't get enough viewer recognition, as a way of helping out others who deserve more than what they get. And the first video to be plugged is Ant Dude's review of Pikmin. Getting ready for Pikmin 3? Then watch a review of the first game in the series. That should hold you over till I can get mine done. Though he pretty much beat me to everything in the video, so that's gonna make things hard for me. But wait, there's still a little more. I'm asking you guys for help on 2 future lists. The first one is what a lot of people have been asking for a sequel to, the Easter egg list. Since it's the only video of mine to hit 1 million views, I've got to do something special for it. But to be honest, I'm not that good at finding Easter eggs, so if you know some good ones, leave a comment or send me a PM detailing what it is, because right now, I only have 1 Easter egg to put on that list. If I like your Easter egg, I'll credit you in the video. However, I won't be using any from the first video, and it has to be in a game that I have and cannot get done through glitches or hacks. The other one is a bit more difficult. The 10 best apologies in the gaming industry. For example, the free Rayman Legends Challenge apps. I only have 4 entries for that one, but if you know one that I don't, then let me know, and if I pick it, then your name will be credited as well. There's no deadline for this, but if I don't see a lot of interest for them, I'm gonna have to cancel the projects. Okay, that's all for now. I have to get back on that Hoenn list so I can upload the Johto list here on YouTube. Once again, thanks to everyone who voted, and for your support.